I did not kill my son.
Do you believe that you're guilty?
Yes, I am.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Monday, the 24th of July. 20 years later, and justice is finally served for Peter Boy Khema. His father, Peter Khema Sr., was sentenced this morning to 20 years in prison for the death of his son. After years of denying his involvement in his son's disappearance in 1997, Khema finally pled guilty this year to manslaughter. As part of the plea deal, he was spared a life sentence, and his family tells us they can finally start to move on. This brings to an end a cold case that haunted the state for 2 decades. Bridget Namata follows up from Hilo. Bridget?
Today, Peter Khema Sr. learned his fate, 20 years behind bars. He made no visible reaction in court, something that did not sit well with his family. Handcuffed with graying hair, Peter Khema Sr. looked a much different man than the one who maintained his innocence in a KHON interview following his son's disappearance.
No, I did not kill him.
At his sentencing, he chose silence.
Is there anything that you want to tell me today in regard to your sentence?
No, Your Honor.
His decision to stay silent was disappointing to those who hoped to hear an apology, like Peter Boy's grandfather.
I thought he would at least turn to us and look at us and apologize. Say something. If you're human, say something.
In court today, the family listened while Khema kept his eyes down as the state reiterated chilling facts about Peter Boy's short life. Prosecutors said Peter Boy's death was a culmination of physical and emotional abuse, child neglect, and lack of medical care for his injuries. The 6-year-old, called Pepe by his family, eventually died from an infected wound. Prosecutors revealed Khema admitted to burning his young son's body, then throwing the remains into the water off the Puna district.
The death of Pepe at the hands of the defendant was inexcusable, and even more inexcusable is that it took the defendant over 20 years to finally admit what he did when he changed his plea just a few months ago.
Khema must serve at least 6 years and 8 months of his 20-year sentence before he's up for parole.
We believe that the parole board, we have a lot of faith in the parole board, that they will give him close to 20, if not all 20 of these years.
Khema's sentencing lasted nearly 10 minutes. He left the courtroom in sheriff's custody without a glance at family, including his children and wife, Jalen Khema. Peter Boy's grandfather says though they didn't get the apology they wanted, they can begin to heal after today.
And strive and do what we can do now. We have some closure and we say thank you. People come up and give us a hug, and it gives us fuel to go on, you know. It makes us happy that people care, you know.
The family hopes to hold a memorial service for Peter Boy around Labor Day weekend. They'd like family members from Florida and Oregon to attend. Reporting in Hilo, Bridget Namata, KHON 2 News.
Peter Boy was raised by his grandparents after social workers took him from his parents when he was just an infant. His legs were broken and his ribs fractured. In 1995, Peter Boy was returned to his parents. He went missing 2 years later. His mother eventually filed a missing persons report at the urging of social workers and police. But his parents maintained Peter Boy was with relatives, and his father said he was left in Honolulu with Auntie Rose Makua Kane. No such person was ever found. In 2005, the State Department of Human Services released 2,000 pages of confidential documents in which Peter Boy's sister told a doctor that she saw her brother dead in a box in her parents' closet. Peter Boy's body has never been found. Big Island authorities reopened the cold case in November of 2014. A year later, Jay Lynn and Peter Sr. were arrested in connection with a welfare fraud investigation. In April of 2016, prosecutors took Peter Boy's case to a grand jury, and that's when his parents were finally charged with his murder. In December, during an emotional court hearing, Jay Lynn Khema pled guilty to manslaughter and agreed to testify against her husband. And this past April, Peter Sr. reached a plea deal with prosecutors, also pleading guilty to manslaughter.